has not been back in the game. But then I'm also wondering what happened to Burgess because he's usually the second string guy that comes in,
Yeah,
and
he was back to return a kick at one point, but he played a couple snaps at quarterback, and then
it's been Jones ever since. I don't know what's going on there too. So, I mean, a guy that's a weapon like that, even if he's not playing quarterback, you would think he'd be on the field somewhere, and we haven't seen him.
Right. I was talking to one of the coaches before the game, and he said, in case you need to know, Tyree Johnson Jr. is our number 3, and we've seen him at the quarterback spot for the first time today.
Yeah, he's been in there, and that's been mainly the guy the rest of that first half.
So we will have to see who takes that quarterback spot for the Patricians here in this third quarter. TPI Custom Photo Lab is the official banner supplier of the Youngstown Patricians. Find them online at tpiphoto.com or call 330-793-3456. That has got to be the easiest phone number to remember. 3456.
Yeah, you get that one wrong.
Got to see if I can get my cell phone.
We've seen other things said wrong before, but I would hope that one wouldn't miss that one.
So by winning the coin toss, which we caught again, we can, we know that the Patricians will kick, the Rapids will get the football to begin this third quarter under mostly sunny skies. It's cloudy off to our right a little bit. That looks like there could potentially be some thunderstorms in the area, but we are going to try and get through this one before the rain becomes any factor in this one. It was, it was 85 when we kicked off.
Yeah.
It's dropped down now to a chilly 83 degrees. It says the humidity is only 61%. I say my phone is lying to me.
Yeah.
It feels more like 107%.
Yeah. I mean, it's warm. I really don't even think 83 is right. It's warm out there.
It has been warm.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my brother who lives in the Mojave Desert, and he said, wow, that's warm for a home. How are you doing? I said, not well. Thanks for asking. Air conditioning is one of the greatest inventions known to mankind.
Yes.
We are ready to begin the third quarter. David Harbaugh set to kick the football. As we join you for the third quarter, Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris producing, running the camera, playing commercials, updating the scoreboard, coordinating a broadcast that begins at 6:45. Got a lot going on. Ball on the 35-yard line for Harbaugh. Two returners back deep inside the 10-yard line for the Rapids as we get set to begin the third quarter. Everybody's been lined up. We're just kind of waiting on the ready for play, which we still have not gotten. I can't say. There we go. Now we're ready. Harbaugh gets his foot into it. He's going to drive the returner, Calhoun, back across the 20, 25-30. Gets a block, 35-40, and spun down near the 42-yard line. Emmett Calhoun, he is a big play waiting to happen when he has his hands on the football, and it'll be good special teams and good field position for the Rapids to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you want to start at. You out there at about the 42-yard line. Very good field position. Big possession for the Patricians here on defense. They need a 3 and out, and they need to get the football and try to do something on offense with it.
So they'll spot the football at the 42. First down and 10 for the Rapids. Left to right here in quarter number 3. It's going to be Jordan Jones, who threw the touchdown pass in the first half, back at the quarterback spot. Two receivers right, one to the left, wing to the left side. Jones, low snap, picks it up. He's just going to run with the football into the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fall forward for about 3 yards and bring up a second down and 7.
Yeah, bad snap, but he made something good out of it. Yeah. Picked up almost picked up 4 yards there.
So second down and 7 for the Rapids. Jordan Jones out of the quarterback spot. One receiver left, two to the right side.
They playing that single high safety.
Jones going to throw it, going to take a shot, and nobody in the picture whatsoever.
No, that was coverage there.
Overshoots the intended target, and that pass will fall incomplete.
Good coverage there. But that coverage tells you to throw the ball when you got single high safety. Is to go ahead and try your slants, your down the seams. Should be open, but nobody was open on that one.
So 3rd down and 7 now for this Rapids offense. Jones overlooks the defense. 2 receivers left, again 1 to the right side. Back to throw. Fires downfield and the ball through the hands of the intended target. That looked like Rob Graves, number 26, and Patricians may get the 3 and out they were looking for here to start this game off in the second half.
Yeah, and exactly what they needed.
So
very good D on that.
That looks like they may have a different punter dropping back.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
So this is
42.
This is Rocky Moss listed on their roster, number 42, who's now going to punt.
Yeah.
Low snap, gets that low line drive kick away that takes a Rapids roll. Picked up on
that
one
was smart.
hand.
That was very smart to get that.
And able to get back across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
It was getting ready to take a big bounce, Mark, and really put them deep in their territory.
Yeah, hard to tell if maybe the kicker, Bobby Rhodes Jr., who was down on the field with the team in front of us, I don't know if he got banged up on that blocked kick at the end of the first half or not.
Yeah, it makes you wonder because he's normally the punter.
So Patricians' first possession offensively of this third quarter. Have not seen a target for Landon Bates. Actually, haven't seen a lot of targets for Landon Bates the last 2 weeks.
Matter of fact, he's been so blurred in this game, I don't even remember even seeing him anywhere. I don't even see him. I mean, right. I've been looking, and you don't even see him out there. But right now, I'm concentrating. He's right there on the end. The guy's just, what happened? The ball's
on
loose.
First down, loose ball, and the Patricians able to fall on the football.
And that's Burgess back at quarterback now.
Let's see who came out of there with the loose football. That looked like Andrew Moody, number 30, falling on the loose ball.
You don't need that kind of disaster.
Loss of 2 brings up a second down and just about 12 to go. Closer to 13 now.
Mm-hmm. They definitely have to get this offense going. Defense has been playing well all the time, but the offense has to complement it and start getting some things done.
Burgess alone in the backfield, 1 receiver right, 4 to the left. He's going to step up into the pocket, look to run, made the first man miss, spun off of a tackle, stayed on his feet, got pushed forward by the tackle across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. Thank you very much. Got about an extra 2.5, 3 yards by being shoved upfield.
Yeah, he sure did, and it looked like he's about maybe 2 yards short.
So 3rd down and just about 2 to go. Patricians trying to get this offense going here in the second half.
And that's the thing about their offense so far. The biggest thing has been the quarterbacks have made big runs.
3rd down, 2. Burgess takes the snap, looks to throw, has a running lane if he wants it. He'll take off to the sidelines, now cut back inside. He'll have the first down as he crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good vision by Miguel Burgess to pick up the first down.
Yep, and you can see that's what he got 2 hands around the football to make sure nothing gets jarred loose as he goes towards the sideline. But his first thing was to get that first down.
If you're tuning in and wondering, Corey McElroy left the game in the first half with an injury. We hope to have an update on his condition before we leave the air this afternoon. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Patricians, right to left here in the 3rd. Going to put 2 receivers right and 2 to the left side. Going to hand it off to Mark Greer, and the big back rumbles ahead for about 3 yards on first down, and sets up a 2nd down and 7.
That's what they need. They need those first downs. They need that 3, 4, maybe 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, Dave said 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but on this beautiful field, it's 3 yards, maybe some pellets, no dust.
And a cloud of pellets, that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, bring Woody back. I mean, just go with it.
Patricians got James Moody at center now, wearing number 30. Snaps the ball, gives it to Greer, and he'll fall forward right back to the line of scrimmage and to bring up a 3rd down and 7. We're under 10 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids with a 7-0 lead over the Youngstown Patricians. It's PAFL semi-pro football here on the iMedia One Network in Sports Radio 1240.
I'm wondering if the offensive coaches was watching that. Landon was out here on the end, and they reacting so quickly, looking inside, seeing the running play. They're just letting them roam free for a minute, and then they're trying to get to him. He will be able to get behind them if they continue doing that.
Burgess looks over the defense, drops to throw. He was looking Bates' way. Now he'll throw that way. The pass is going to be caught by Landon Bates.
I think he got enough for a first down, too.
And that'll move the chains into
Definitely
Rapids territory.
They keep walking back. Oh, they did give it to him. Okay.
So that is Landon Bates, the former Hubbard product, first catch of the afternoon. Leads this team with 4 touchdowns receiving on the season.
Well, that's what we said. He definitely needs to get his hands on the football. That's the guy that has to get it. I still am always going to go with the guy McCullough because I believe he can make a big play at any time. I'm watching people trying to cover him one-on-one, and it just doesn't happen.
So they're going to bring Mark Greer in motion, put him as a wide receiver, go single to the right, trips to the left. Burgess with a running back to his right as he drops to throw. Steps up into the pocket. He's going to be dropped at the 49-yard line. That pocket collapsed as the defense came up and knocked him down for about a 6-yard loss, and it's going to bring up now 2nd and long.
And again, McCullough was wide open deep, but, he's not getting the time. He does not have the time to look and see him open. He needs time, and they're not getting that for him at all.
And I had a chance to talk to Corey McElroy before the game started, and I said, Corey, you've got something special going with Landon Bates so far this year. And I got a big smile and a nod. And you could tell those two really are working well together this season.
Yep.
It is 2nd down and 15. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, running back to the right of Miguel Burgess, the former Cheney Cowboy. 5-step drop, going to roll to the right side, sets his feet, hit as he throws, and that pass is going to be way short and incomplete.
It is way.
Christopher McCullough, begging for a flag as he got knocked to the turf, but the ball was short.
Yeah. I think that's the reason they didn't call it, or they just said, I'm not calling it. But it definitely, it was short of where McCullough was at.
So the incompletion will bring up 3rd down and 15. 7:14 to play, 3rd quarter. Patrician's going to come to the line of scrimmage. Going to send 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left side. Got 2 backs into the backfield. Going to send the man in motion. That's Jordan Eaton, and penalty flag going to blow this play down.
Yeah. It looked like they were out of sync there on the offense.
If you're tuning in for Pittsburgh Pirates baseball here on Sports Radio 1240, Pirates down 3-1 after a long rain delay. Pirates baseball returns tomorrow here on Sports Radio 1240. 1:10 pregame, 1:35 first pitch against the New York Metropolitans.
Yes, and people Probably wondering, who are the Metropolitans? Yes, that is the name.
Not a lot of people will call the Mets that.
No.
So they move the ball up to the 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Patricians.
Yeah, that bring back memories there when you say that.
So they will come to the line of scrimmage. Going to send, that is McCullough to the right, Bates to the left. Going to put a Harris in the slot. Now also slot right is Jordan Eaton out of Austintown Fitch. Burgess to throw it on 3rd and 10. On the run. Eyes downfield. Try to dump it down low. Bates made the catch. That's a 1st down inside the 30 and moved the chains.
Yeah, nice play there. And the way to keep his eyes downfield allowed Landers to continue going across the field, clearing the secondary where he was wide open in the seam there and got that ball to him and picked up another 1st down.
So big 1st down for the Patricians down to the 28-yard line. Got something going. We mentioned no catches for Bates in the first half. Now 2 on this drive.
On this drive, yeah.
So we are down to 6.5 minutes. Clock rolling, 3rd quarter. 7-0 lead for the Rapids. Patricians trying to get on the board.
Probably try a little draw play here.
They will run that draw play, and the Rapids read it well, and not much running room for Mark Greer. And last couple of weeks, we have seen a lot of teams offensively attacking the Patricians with the draw. Is that aggressive attacking defense they're trying to counter?
Yeah, it is. But the one thing, as I was saying earlier, for the Patricians, when they do that on defense, they got to stay in their lanes. A lot of times these teams they're playing, they're staying in the running lanes, and they're coming with run blitzes, but they're there to be able to stop these plays for short gains, if any gain at all.
2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Put 2 to the right, 1 to the left. That'll put Jordan Eaton now in the slot, and he'll go in motion to the right side. Burgess looking to throw. Now he's just going to try and run. He's got all kinds of pressure as that was pursued well to the sidelines. They'll just stop his forward progress and blow that play down.
Yeah, that play was there from the beginning. I had nothing. No chance, nothing.
So this will bring up 3rd down and long as we approach 7 o'clock here on the iMedia One Network in Sports Radio 1240. I've learned something about this press box. Stand here, hot. Take 1 full step back.
Beautiful.
Breeze. Who knew?
You know now.
Now I do. In case we're ever back here. Rapids, they will play their home games next year at Cuyahoga Falls High School. That is undergoing turf renovation this summer, so not available for them to play. Burgess on 3rd down and 15. Little timing throw downfield. Had a man open, and he stepped in front of Harris and picked that pass off, and then got pulled down at about the 32-yard line by Miguel Burgess. Had his man open, but when he threw it, Harris had his back to him going upfield.
Yeah, he sure did. Didn't never look back at all, that ball. And that's the thing, you got to notice where you at on the field, because he was wide open and didn't even know it. If he's seen the football, that would have been a big play for them.
That might have been a touchdown because there was nobody between him and the end zone.
He didn't even know the ball was up there. If you're going out and you're in the pattern, look for the football.
As a receiver, when are you open? When they snap the ball.
That's right.
So another turnover gives the ball back to the Rapids as we are at 4:09 to play in this 3rd quarter. 7-0 lead for Cuyahoga Falls.
They got to see if they can get that ball back quickly.
Receiver in motion behind the line of scrimmage. Fake the pitch. Now set up the screen to him, and there's nowhere to go. He'll be dropped at the 30-yard line.
That looked like L.J. Rosa again.
What an addition he has been to this roster.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week. This is the how many of the additions that they did put on the roster that made big plays during that game. I mean, they made big plays, and it's something.
President, CEO John Galbraith, Coach Harris, and the staff adding very well at the roster deadline for this Patricians roster. Jones at the quarterback spot. Takes the snap. They'll run it on first down. They will give that ball to Rob Graves, who bounces to the outside, and Graves is going to have a nice gain. That'll set up third down and we'll say close to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Actually, it feels like it's starting to cool off a little bit.
Yeah, it actually is. It's comfortable. You know, earlier you could feel that, you know, like I said, when Dave made the little adjustment for him, boy, that breeze came in here was great, but it's been very comfortable since.
He handles everything as executive producer. I did ask him to go get me water at halftime. That he said no. Go get your own water. They will hand it off on third down, and that's Emmett Calhoun who lunges forward down to the 40-yard line.
Yes,
He'll pick up 4. It's 4th and 4.
He said he's executive producer. He's not doing all that. He's not going to get any water. He'd be like my brother. My brother used to say, just lick your lips, you're thirsty.
No, there has been times before. There's been times before games we'll make our way down to the concession stand, and the one time they saw the two of us coming and just closed the doors. They said, nope, not you two.
Not you guys.
So the punt is upcoming now for the Rapids. The ongoing story in the middle of a football game.
And you know what? This is an interesting situation because you got the new punter,
Rocky Moss,
and it wasn't a great handling of the punt last time. So this could be interesting. If they can get back, they've been able to get back and block these field goals. Can they get back to her on the punt?
I think we might have a delay of game penalty on the Rapids that's going to back them up 5 more. So 4th down and 10 coming up. Get you a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard here in a moment, but
nice punt there.
I'd say high kick fielded on the run, across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down the sidelines, and the punter out of bounds.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That was
I love hitting.
hit.
You know, it wasn't a Patrician player.
That was Rocky Moss laying the lumber.
But I just like lumber when it's laid, no matter who's laying it. And, man, whew.
The Guardians, well, they fell again.
We all like lumber when it's laid.
9-6, the Guardians fall again. They've been playing some bad baseball as of late.
Oh, the Guardians. They're cursed.
I think all Cleveland teams are in one way or another.
Oh, man, it just I don't know.
Patricians will take over at the 19-yard line. Cavs made some interesting moves today, always trying to get better. That is the one Cleveland franchise I am confident they always try to improve.
Yeah, I agree.
Sam Merrill signed into a 4-year extension today. That was good news for the sharpshooter out of Utah State. We've got Tyree Johnson Jr. back in at the quarterback spot for the Patricians. 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. That's Bates with single coverage and space to roam to the outside. They will run it on first down.
Nice carry there.
That's Mark Greer on the carry. Give him a good gain on a first down.
Yeah, nice carry there.
This is big for the Patricians trying to get this game tied up. We've got about 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, so you would want to try to get this in before this quarter is out.
Come back to the line. 2nd down and 8. Tyree Johnson, senior, the quarterback. Now 2 receivers to the right, split 2 to the left side. Single back with him is Mark Greer. Greer pivots. Johnson's going to keep the football with blockers.
He's probably close to the first down. I think he's got it.
They're going to give him the first down. It's 1st and goal, Patricians. We're under 30 seconds to play in this third quarter.
And the way that play was set up, you could see that he was looking for Landers there because he's one-on-one coverage. But they got that outside blitz that got in his face, and with him being of shorter stature, he couldn't see anything. So he made the right choice. Pull it down and run.
So now down to 6 seconds, and I believe the Patricians are going to let this clock run out. We have come to the end of the third quarter. After 3, it is the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids 7, the Youngstown Patricians 0. Back with the final 15 on Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia One Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes. This is the radio home of the best high school sports in Youngstown. We are Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station.
Patricians football continues on at Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia One Network. PAFL Semi-Pro Tier 2 football. First and goal for the Patricians from the 9-yard line. It's Tyree Johnson Sr., the former Austintown Fitch Falcon at quarterback. Hands off to Mark Greer. Went to the left side, now comes back to the right. Lays a hammer inside the 10 and down near the 7-yard line. And we may get a flag for a late hit at the end of this play.
Yeah. He probably will get that half distance, plus it's an automatic first down.
It's either a late hit or a face mask. Either way, the Rapids coaching staff in disbelief. And that penalty is going to give the Patricians a first down. Face mask on the defense. Dave was on top of it.
Yep.
I'm surrounded by Daves everywhere I go.
That's a good thing. Don't you talk about no.
I preferred when I was surrounded by Mark Meanses. That was fun. We'll see if we do that again this season. We got a lot of surprises coming for you, high school football this year. Going to be a lot of fun. First and goal from the 4-yard line for the Patricians. Coach Harris will send in the play.
Oh, boy.
We're going to see a quarterback now. That's Burgess back in there at quarterback with Jordan Eaton to his right side. Twins to each side of the formation. Burgess overlooking that Rapids defense, drops to throw. Dumps it to Eaton, and that ball batted away. It incomplete. It's second and goal from the 4.
That was dangerous there. That was dangerous on that. That was just one of them, just get rid of it.
He was trying to get that. It was just kind of dump it.
Yeah. You get rid of it. I mean, just get rid of it, period. Just throw it over. Because it looked like they had that read and smelled from the beginning. They had nothing on that one.
So it's second and goal from the 4-yard line. McCullough going to come to the sidelines. Marshall Mays will check in, and the Patricians offense, all not on the same page, will burn a timeout. Their first of the second half. We'll keep it here, Dave, and this becomes exceptionally critical for the Patricians to try to get some points on the board.
Yeah, and really, the way things have been going offensively, I'm almost thinking they're in a 4-down territory. I don't think they can't kick a field goal. They got to get into the end zone And I think that's the main thing they have to do at this point in the game, because they've had trouble with offensively of getting downfield, and I think you got to get into the end zone in this one.
The Patricians are proud to support Braden's fight. Join us on July 12th at 4 o'clock at the old Jackson Milton Stadium. Braden is a Jackson Milton student that is fighting against B-cell leukemia. There'll be an auction, a 50-50 raffle. Proceeds from the game go towards Braden's family. It is just $10 for admission, and the kids 12 and under are free. Come out and support Braden. It'll be a great afternoon of semi-pro football. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Burgess claps, takes the snap. Going to try and bounce to the outside. He's going to be dropped outside the 10 at the 12. And another big play defensively for this Rapids defense.
Yeah, that's the thing. So they have really no versatility on their offense. They have never been able to establish a good running game. Yeah, other than the quarterbacks picking up big yardage on broken plays, but we're talking about an established running game. So these guys are just teeing off, and they're coming.
So third and goal back at the 11-yard line. We will see if this is 4-down territory for the Patricians offense.
Well, you probably have to pass here, even though the way they coming, it makes you think give a handoff. But you got to get it towards the end zone.
Burgess to throw. He just had to dump this one away as he had 3 purple jerseys in his face when he went to throw the football.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a chance to look downfield.
No, he didn't. And now it's down to this,
So it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I don't think you bring the kicker on at all.
They are bringing the kicker on.
Are they bringing? Yes, they sure are.
David Harbaugh will come on and attempt a field goal.
Yeah, I do understand the coach far as wanting to get points on, but when I see my offense has not been effective at all.
If you've got a fake, this is the time to call it.
Yeah, and maybe that's what's coming up.
27-yard attempt for David Harbaugh. Snap down, rush on, kick has plenty of distance, and he got it. So Harbaugh connects this time from 27 yards out.
Who's that's hurt there?
And we've got a player that got a little banged up after that play.
Might have been the holder.
So 11:59 to play here in this fourth quarter, and the Patricians have cut the Rapids lead to 7-3. And now we will. What do you do here, Dave? You've still got a couple of timeouts that you're exposed to your.
Yeah.
And you've got over 10 minutes to play. Almost 12 in this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Are you kicking away, or
yeah,
what are you doing?
I think I'm kicking away. Our defense has been playing really pretty good. You take away the one miscue on defense, and they're up 3-0. So, when you look at that, my defense has been playing pretty decent. I can go ahead and kick it to them and rely on that defense to continue to play well, maybe get a turnover, and have an opportunity to go again and try to get into the end zone.
I've got a breaking news report for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
The breeze at the back of the press box no longer exists.
Why? The door must not be open.
Dave said the breeze is outside now.
It's all outside for you.
So the Patricians getting ready to kick the football back to the Rapids, as we've got just under 12 minutes to play here in this football game. And the kids are down in front of us having fun running sprints on the track here at Norton.
Yeah. They'll sleep well tonight. Just a ploy. They're having fun. Parents will say, yes, tire yourself out.
Sleep will be early tonight. So Harbaugh to kick, now 3 for 5 on the season in field goal attempts. Coaching staff going to rely on this Patricians defense to try and get the football back. Harbaugh booms this one away. Short kick. Runs up on it at the 15. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he cut back into play. And down near the 30-yard line.
I thought he definitely was out.
It looked like he was out, but there was no one working that sideline, so they'll give him the extra yardage up to the 30.
And I see it, ref, and it's somebody I'll mention it to him when I see him. It's Dave Height on that side. I don't know how he missed that. Because it looked like he definitely stepped out.
I mean, when he caught it, he stepped back.
Right.
And that usually gives you the indication on the line. But it is 1st and 10 Rapids at the 30-yard line. 11:35 to play in this game. 7-3 Rapids over the Patricians.
It's big defensively here.
So let's see. That looks like it's Jordan Jones at the quarterback spot.
Now, I think they would probably try to run the football, burn some of this clock.
Low snap, flag on the play.
Loose.
Jones just falls on it back at the 25-yard line.
I think everything was off. The snap was off. Everything was off on that play.
Who are they going to get? Offense or defense here? This could be a big call late in the latter stages of this game. Referee asking, do you want the penalty or not?
So are they calling offsides on the defense? What are they calling?
Now they want the official to come over and let him know whether.
Really?
He pointed. Yeah,
he's saying
defense.
Yeah, he's saying.
He looked at the side judge and was like, "What did you call?"
Yeah,
I don't know unless you tell me.
Yeah, because he didn't tell him. I mean, boy.
So that is a 5-yard penalty for defensive encroachment on the Patricians.
Those are the things that can drive a coach nuts. I mean,
Chains will move up, make it 1st and 5.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, why are they moving the chains? There you go.
So 1st and 5 as we approach 11 minutes to play. Patricians are blitzing. They come with the blitz, and that ball almost intercepted off the hands of Isaac Coker.
Yes.
And Coker might have had 6 if he holds on to that football.
Yeah, absolutely. He didn't have too many defenders in front of him to actually get him. That was a dangerous inside slant play there. As the coverage was definitely there, inside, outside coverage. And they definitely had that one locked up.
2nd and 5 for the Rapids. Under 11 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. 7-3 Rapids over the Youngstown Patricians.
The draw.
Bobble the snap. Has to pick it up, and he steps up, throws the football, and it falls incomplete. Looking for the tight end. Looking for Dylan Exton. That pass falls incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 5. Last couple of quarterback center exchanges have not been smooth.
I was just going to get it right on the head because I was going to say both sides, and then the decision-making with it. I mean, just throw the ball up. They're just throwing it.
That is not Jim Craven down there snapping the football. I'll tell you that much. So it is 3rd down and 5 from the 35. Jim Craven, Bob Gessler, Matt Craven on the air right now. Western Reserve Radio 1. Mid-Ohio Patriots and Cleveland Cobras. Jones avoids the rush, now gets hit from behind, and he's knocked down after about a half-yard gain. It sets up 4th and near 5, and decision time for Nate Hose and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids.
Now he's got to punt again.
Or does he?
Or does he? You're right.
We don't see the punter on the field just yet.
It's almost 5 yards for about 4. Pick that first down up.
Now here comes the punter.
Yeah.
Punter who has our hit of the game so far.
Man, he got a rise out of me on that one, boy. I mean, he came over and laid it.
So that will be Rocky Moss to punt the football away. They got a kid sprinting across the field. We had to wait to get off the field. Don't want to get anybody hurt. Oh, and the Rapids were short a man, so Emmett Calhoun will sprint on the field.
What in
Low
the world
snap
is going on?
Right up into the air. Patricians will back away from it.
I'm lost in the whole situation.
So
I never seen where the referees usually get everything set to say it's in play. The only one that moved was the center and one player on the Patricians who rushed. So are we getting any kind of flag? Yep, we do got a flag.
It almost looked like scrimmage conditions for a high school game in early August.
So
you can punt the ball, just don't get anybody hurt.
Did he give him a first down? Oh, no, it's okay.
So, yeah, that penalty is on the Rapids. The Patricians decline it, and they will take over with beautiful field position in Rapids territory.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to produce some offense now. They have to get some offense going, and they cannot continue to be stagnant on offense and one-dimensional.
See how aggressive they are with the football going downfield.
And this might have to do, you might have to do some things you don't usually do. If you got to be a little creative,
now, we've seen them take a lot of shots to Christopher McCullough. I believe there's only been one so far today.
Yeah, I agree.
So we were waiting to get the football back, and Tyree Johnson Sr. says, I've got it. 9:02 to play here, fourth quarter, 7-3. The Cuyahoga Falls Rapids leading the Youngstown Patricians. Christopher McCullough lined up outside the hash marks to the right side. They'll go trips to the left. Burgess to throw. Was looking for McCullough. Steps up. Going to throw it into double coverage, and that ball batted away and incomplete. And one of the Rapids, I think he might have banged knees with someone, and he's down on the field. And that was interesting coverage by the Rapids because they showed single coverage on McCullough to the outside.
Yeah.
And as soon as they snapped the ball, they rotated to safety for help.
Yeah, immediately to make sure to take him away.
I will tell you, after 5 years of you as a former corner, I see a lot more than I used to.
Okay. Yeah, you can watch some things out there, and sometimes you watch guys that I've seen make me want to just, like I said, almost just run through this this press box and want to rip heads off when I see guys unfocused, blowing coverages that, is obvious.
Initially, when they came to the line of scrimmage, my first thought was, single coverage to the outside. And I almost said something, and as soon as we snapped it, it was not single coverage to the outside.
Yeah, they rotated right to him. And see, that's when you can have, if your quarterback has other options, that could be his first. But if you see that safety rotate over, now you can use your inside receiver to run something down the seam, and he's open on the short seam because that safety has came all the way across,
Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, 2nd and 10 from the 45. Burgess to throw, again, dealing with the pressure. Steps up, steps into a nice throw over the middle for a first down to the 30-yard line.
He stepped into that one to McCullough. He stepped in and fired that thing. Now, either you was going to catch it out of self-defense.
He didn't have a choice but catch that one.
Just catch it because he really fired that one.
Trips again to the left, single to the right side. Burgess to throw. Timing ball over the middle. Bates makes the catch, carries the defender inside the 15 and down near the 12-yard line. It is first down for the Patricians.
Oh, that was right on time there. That pass was there. I give Burgess some credit there to step away from the rush, step back up, keep his poise, and then just lay that one there for Bates. And you get something near his hands, normally he does hold on to it.
Burgess breaks away from the rush, rolling back, needs to just unload this football. Eyes downfield, firing end zone. McCullough knocked away, but we've got a flag on the play.
Yes, late hit. Late hit on the quarterback. Hit up, and he was hit up high.
So ball was on the 12-yard line. If that's the call.
Oh, that's definitely half the distance, first and goal.
So it'll be first and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I'm wondering. We got to see what's going to happen here, Mark.
Officials talking things over.
I mean, you got to be smart when it's the quarterback anyway. You're going to come over and put a hit on his shoulder.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense.
Yep.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down for the Patricians.
So it's be right down around the 6, in between the 6 and 7-yard line. And they got it at the 7, and that's an automatic first down.
Big opportunity for the Patricians here. Rapids started Tier 2 playoff 3-0. They had a tough trip to West Virginia and fell to the Leviathan last week. So they are 3-1 in Tier 2. The Patricians are 2-2. That's a new quarterback in there taking the snap. That's Anthony Harris who lined up at quarterback, and that's a loss back to the 10-yard line. Maybe the 9. Call it a loss of 2. Second and goal from the 9.
Yeah, they weren't going to fool. Without having Burgess back there, you're not fooling anybody with that. Because either guy is going to run the ball, and you already know it. So you stack that middle. It looked like they might have brung Tyree Johnson. I'm trying to see if they did bring him in. Thought I seen him run in.
Darian Owens was on the field offensively. Actually got run over by one of his teammates, and now he'll check out to the sidelines.
Well, they're going to have to get going before they get delayed game.
So they'll come to the line of scrimmage. It's Harris again, the quarterback.
Boy.
Out of Leavittsburg High School.
There
and
it is.
as
the delayed game.
McCullough tried to get the timeout, but it was too late. Yeah. That's a delay. Cost them 5. And back them up.
That was taking too much time.
So that delay of game penalty backs the football up now. It's on the 15-yard line. Now we got another flag. That might be on the Patrician sidelines.
Oh, yeah, is that just
one of the coaches was on the field, and the referee turned. I don't know if he liked what he heard.
He might just gave him that warning.
Sideline warning.
That's it.
So each team has received one of those.
Won't hurt him this time, but he's going to have to hold his emotions after.
So Harris remains the quarterback. It's Eaton and Graham, the tailbacks. Harris bobbled the snap, gave it to Graham, trying to turn the corner. That is pursued well by the Rapids, and Graham going to go out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Cobras with a 7-0 lead over the Patriots in the 8-9 game. That's got about 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter from Cleveland. Game at the Snake Pit. We'll be checking out the Snake Pit here in about 3 weeks.
Boy, I tell you. That there, I mean, there's no versatility. You don't have, they know that they don't have a person in there that's really a thrower. And let's see this going to show. That looks like Johnson's back there now.
Yeah, Tyree Johnson, senior out of Austintown Fitch, now the quarterback. Going to put 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Eaton is the running back. Johnson senior back to throw. Time, going to take a shot in the end zone. Ball batted in the air and incomplete.
Well, it's close.
Looking again for McCullough. Going to bring up 4th down. Down to 4:43 to play in the 4th quarter.
I'm trying to look at where the markers are. Is that set up where they can actually get a first down?
Well, no, they had first and goal at the 4.
That's what I thought, and I'm just wondering why they got that up.
Right, so the chains are not right in this case.
Yeah, because that's I was thinking.
We're going to kick another field goal.
Well,
ball at
I can't argue if they get it in. Their defense has played well.
27, make this one a 37-yard attempt. Patricians one man down.
They're going to make it a 40-something yard kick if they don't get it in here.
So Patricians attempting another field goal. Snap down. Kick is going to be short and was bobbled, and I believe it went out of the back of the end zone. So the Patricians want a safety on that play. Was that ball knocked out of bounds by the special teams of the Rapids?
Yeah. And I want to see what they're going to call on that, because if you actually just knock the ball out, that seemed like that could be a safety.
So we've got the officials, a couple of them,
yeah,
meeting at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
This could be a big difference maker in this game.
Absolutely it can. Because it's a safety, now they have to kick back to the Patricians.
So getting the right ball to the right sidelines. And they're going to say no safety.
Okay.
Field goal no good. Rapids have the football back.
I think they're going to have to start bringing the book and have it in their back pockets.
We have seen, we know this defensive coordinator, he loves to send the house. And
yeah.
We'll see what they do here.
And he probably will. But I'm sure they're going to try to run.
Jordan Jones hands off on first down. That is Emmett Calhoun for the Rapids on the carry.
Oh, the ball almost got loose.
Calhoun
the ball
got
is
stripped
loose.
of the football.
The ball
That's a
is
loose ball on the turf. Patricians saying that is their football. They come out of there celebrating.
Yeah, L.J. Rosa had the football.
L.J. Rosa, boy, the last 2 weeks.
Oh, what a pickup.
He has been a huge pickup as he's got the football back in the hands of the Patricians with 3:39 to play in this game. 7-3 Rapids with the lead.
And I tell you, Emmett Calhoun is a guy that knows he can take it to the house, and he felt he was breaking away.
Well, he was trying to fight for extra yards, and that's when he lost the football.
And they grabbed that football. He had a couple guys on it, and they ripped it through. Man, this is one heck of a challenge they're putting up here.
We've seen some low-scoring games the last 2 weeks, but they've been entertaining.
Yeah, isn't it?
You don't have to score 40 points a game for it to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I say to the former defensive back.
Yeah, well, I tell you, these games, you have seen games in the past, whether it's NFL, college, and it's like paint drying. It's so boring. But this year, these games have been very entertaining, even though low scoring.
1st and 10 Patricians from the 30. They run it on first down.
I like that call there, trying to catch them off guard because they were bringing them.
It's Jordan Eaton on the carry. Just give him one. It is 2nd down and 9. Going to bring in the extra back now. Might actually bring in a third running back. We'll have to see what they decide to go with here. Bring out a receiver.
This is going to be, there's some problems.
And another receiver going to check out.
It's been too many people in and out, if you ask me.
So Tyree Johnson, senior, the quarterback.
He better get back on that because I don't know. Always be looking for the clock, but I don't think they have one there. Let's see.
No play clocks.
No play clock.
That might be the only thing the facility does not have.
Yeah. I'm sure the way they go in, they probably will get that. Offsides there.
And we got movement up front. We got an offensive lineman knocked down. Who they calling this on?
Oh, wait, he's calling it on the offense.
He is.
He sure did. He absolutely did.
He said the offense moved, forcing the defense to come across.
And what I really think happened is they jumped off, but they didn't get in the neutral zone. They got back, and then the offensive guy started pointing. He's off, and that was the illegal motion on the offensive line. I think that's actually what happened on that call.
So the penalty makes it 2nd and 15.
I always thought and they do teach it, the center snap the football when you see a guy jump. When he jumps off, just snap it.
2nd and 15 from the 35.
Now what happened?
Now we've got a delay of game penalty on the Patricians. Back them up 5 more. It's 2nd and 20.
Ooh, oh, my goodness. You talk about a team that's been in position. This would be about their 4th possession, if I'm not mistaken, in this half, down inside the 15-yard line. And they have had trouble, major trouble. Now
we've got a whistle and an official stoppage. I think they're going to give him a hydration break here, maybe.
This is the.
Yep, this is an official stoppage, so everybody can hydrate a little bit.
I
Thought we'd see a little more of these, Dave. This is the first one we've seen today. Actually, you know what it is? If I look at the scoreboard, I can tell you 2-minute warning.
Okay.
In this one, it is the Rapids 7, the Patricians 3 on the iMedia 1 network and Sports Radio 1240.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
2 minutes left in this one. 7-3 Rapids leading the Patricians on Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia 1 network. That's Burgess in there at the quarterback spot. They run the ball on 2nd and long with Mark Grier. And nothing there for him. Going to set up a 3rd down and long.
Well, yeah, very, very, very questionable call.
I'll lose a couple yards there. I don't understand that one.
Nah. I mean, it's just, you know, you roll them out. You do whatever you have to do. You got to get the ball down the field, and you got to get it down there quick.
Got a deep single high safety for the Rapids back inside the 20 near the 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3rd and 22, a minute 15 to play in this one.
Yep, you go right up underneath them.
Burgess bobbled the snap, picks it up. He's going to be swarmed under and sacked back at the 48-yard line. This will bring up a 4th down and long. Absolutely just blew up the offensive line as coming in there to make the play. Big job defensively for the Rapids, and now there's a timeout on the field.
Yeah.
Actually, as Rapids take that timeout, 58 seconds to play. Rapids 7, Patricians 3 on Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia 1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
It is do or die for the Patricians. They need 22 yards here on 4th down. They've got to get inside the 20. Now the Rapids are coming to the sidelines. Wonder if they wanted to see what the Patricians came out in, Dave, and then burn a timeout of their own.
Yeah.
That's a basketball trick using football.
Sure is. They'll do it. See what they're going to line up in.
I would assume you'd give up everything underneath and just drop everyone back, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That's basically it. In offense, you just get that ball and heave it high and just get it in a group of people and hope something good happens. But I've never seen a team that has so many opportunities in this game. When you think about it, when you really think about it, they really should have won this game with no problem.
Now that's going to be the next step for this franchise. They have taken so many in the positive direction.
Yes.
That last step is always finishing, closing out a game.
Yeah, they got to, because this is the
that's
game.
the hardest one.
Yeah, it's just one big. You take that one big play away. What have they done? Nothing.
So Burgess alone in the backfield, drops to throw, stepping up in the pocket. He's just going to try and run with the football. Burgess going to get close to that first down marker. Are they going to give him the first down?
Yeah, he did get it.
They
he
do.
Did
that is
get
a
it.
first down
That's
with 44 seconds to go. Yeah, they got to get up there and spike the football. Now they called a timeout with 40 seconds to go. That is the athletic ability of the former Cheney Cowboy, Miguel Burgess. He can make plays with his feet.
And honestly, when I was watching it, I actually thought he might get in the end zone. Just the way he was running and the agility, and guys were falling down.
I was a little concerned about the ball positioning, though.
Yeah, wasn't great about it. It was just out there. But this guy, oh, man.
You know, I was talking to one of the coaching staffs about him, and I said, you know, you got to like having a player like that because you just want him to have touches. It doesn't matter what position it is. You want the ball in his hands.
Yeah. And they was wondering if they got him down. No, because when they pulled him down on top of one of their players.
Right.
So he still wasn't down until he flipped all the way over.
So 40.3 seconds to go. 7-3 Rapids. Patricians again with a chance to finish this one in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a penalty. Do they have too many? Illegal substitution, 5-yard penalty on the Patricians. We'll back them up.
Oh, man.
So another penalty here in the fourth quarter, costing them precious yardage. So it's 1st and 15 now. So again, they will empty the backfield. Trips left, Twins right. Burgess alone. Takes the snap, steps up, rolls to the outside, throws on the run, ball batted in the air and incomplete inside the 5-yard line. Dangerous throw.
Yeah, absolutely was when you got to throw across your body there.
2nd and 15 from the 24. So a 7-0 lead for the Cobras over the Patriots. 12:45 to play in the first half from the Snake Pit in Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Burgess will keep you on the edge of your seat. You got to watch everything he may do. He may not do the correct things, boy, but he'll keep you very interested.
It's, maximum effort.
Right, yeah.
Going to have Twins to the right, Twins to the left. Burgess, step it up into the arms of the defender, heaves for the end zone, ball picked and intercepted by the Rapids inside the 10, brought back across the 30, blockers across midfield. He's going to go with an escort into the end zone, a 95-yard interception return for the Rapids. That is, looks like Kamari Mitchell, number 13, on the interception with 12 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you, when you talking about taking the air out of the sails, boy, did that one. The air out of the balloon, whatever you want to call it.
Now we got a penalty, and I think
we're going to
we're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on one of the Rapids players.
Oh my goodness! And I understand Burgess trying to make something happen there. That might have been one he wanted to just have back. He still had another down.
And you know what? I will say this. 2 new teams into the PAFL, 2 new franchises in semi-pro football. There is a bit of a burgeoning rivalry between these 2 teams after what we have seen this year.
With both games, yes, absolutely.
So they did call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on one of the Rapids players. So that should be enforced on the kick then, correct? On the kick off, not the extra point.
No, on the kick off.
So unfortunately, we have not been able to get an update on the condition of Corey McElroy, but from all of us, we wish him the best. McElroy taken away in the first half in an ambulance. What looked to be some type of hand, wrist, arm injury.
Yeah, and we haven't get any word on it, but it definitely had to be something serious. Just the way he was reacting and everything, and then once we seen the ambulance came, we knew it was something serious there.
Bobby Rhodes Jr. on for the extra point. Snap down. Rhodes bobbled it. He's going to try and potentially throw this football.
Yeah, he better get
and he got sandwiched by two Patricians, and the 2-point try is no good. So with 12.7 seconds to go here in this game, the Rapids have all but wrapped this one up, leading by 10 with 13 seconds.
Boy, I'm telling you over here, it's just that one was, you talking about a gut shot. Boy, that was one right there.
So you've done it all at this level. You played high school, you played college, you played in the USFL, the NFL, the CFL, you were a coach. How do you keep this team focused after the last 3 weeks?
I mean, you got to let them know. I mean, it's so many positives.
They're right there.
They're right there. We have to get some kind of offensive continuity. We got to be honest, because they do not have that at all to be able to complement the defense, because the defense plays out of their minds. So you have to do something.
They are not even going to kick this off. They are going to let the clock run out, and this game will go into the books, a 13-3 win for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up on Sports Radio 1240 and the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Wrapping things up from the home of the Norton Panthers as the Youngstown Patricians fall this afternoon 13-3 to the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. With the loss, the Patricians drop to 2-3 and PAFL Tier 2 action, and the Rapids improved to 4-1. And you never know, postseason comes around. That's a team you'd like to see maybe in the postseason.
Yeah, and it's a really, I don't think teams really want to see the Patricians the way they play on defense, because if they get any semblance of offense, there's going to be problems for teams, because I'm telling you that defense is always revved up. So I'm hoping the coaches can keep them on the same line and keep that mental. It's all mental now, because they're able to get there. They got to be able to finish.
One more time, I want to tell you the Youngstown Patricians are proud to present Braden's Fight. Join them on July 12th at the old Jackson Milton Stadium, starting at 4 o'clock, as they support Brandon Greathouse, a Jackson Milton student fighting against B-cell leukemia. Just $10 to get in the door. Children 12 and under are free. There's going to be an auction, a 50-50 raffle, and proceeds go towards Braden's family. And I know the Patricians are very proud to be part of that. Right now, Dave, Patricians, they're going to take a little bit of a break. They are off till that game on the 12th. They'll take the 4th of July break, and we'll be back to face the Cleveland Cobras in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll be ready for that, and that should be very interesting, and see our partners.
A little broadcast rivalry.
Oh, yeah, we can go at it.
Cobras looking to get that first W of the season as they're playing the Mid-Ohio Patriots this afternoon. If you are listening and want to hear that game, you can turn over to westernreserveradio.com or download the iMedia One app and just click on the Western Reserve Radio tab in the upper left-hand corner. Big thank you to our friends, the Straw Brothers, for helping us get information for the broadcast. Any final words, Dave?
Whew, it's hard. Offense, that's all I'm going to say. Yes, offense, that's all I want to see.
So big thank you to our partners from Sports Radio 1240, Bill Kelly, Charlie Connolly, Rich Esbenshea, and Ben Schlegel, the chief engineer. Our thanks here to Dave Ferris in the booth. For my partner, Dave Clark, my name is Mark Means. Patricians fall today by a final score of 13-3. You heard it all right here on the iMedia One Network and Sports Radio 1240.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.